There's always room for improvement, even if you have one or two mistakes in a regular season game. Pick your head up and keep playing. It's 4 quarters of football to make your reps count and matter down the line. We know that being clean on each side of the field can contribute very well to game victories. It's the NFL. It takes many levels to be sharp / have a winner's approach for any given Sunday. Trophies aren't won overnight. People can never realize that. The numbers never lie. The record never lie. The standings never lie as well. This coming season, it's all about how bad do you want to be at the top. And I'm sure you agree with me on that. Looking back at our player stats. Matter of fact, I should look back at our team stats. Before I get to player stats, team stats matter first. As you know, Detroit Lions. Team statistics. Jared Goff, 4,629 yards passing. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1,412 yards rushing. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1,260 yards, 263 yards, receiving yards to be exact. Jameson Williams had over 1,000. Sam Laporta had 726, receiving yards. Craig Reynolds, 139 yards. David Montgomery, 775 yards, rushing, passing, 62 yards. Hendon Hooker, 17 yards. Jack Fox, who's a punter of ours. Top defense, Brian Branch, 79 tackles. Jack Campbell, 69. Kirby Joseph, 58. Zadarius Smith had 4. Ali McNeil had 3.5 sacks. Aiden Hutchinson, 7.5. Kirby Joseph, 9 interceptions. Brian Branch, 4. Carlton Davis had 2. Former Detroit Lion, now New England Patriot. But when you look at the total first downs, 410 total first downs. First downs, rushing, passing by penalty, 144, 242, and 24. 98/206 third down conversions. 22 for 33 on fourth down conversion. 6,962 total offensive yards. 1,147 6.1 offensive plays average yards. 2,488 total rushing yards. Rushing 534 4.7. 4,718 total passing yards. 399 551 12 8.6 passing completion attempts interceptions averaged. 33 sacks, 26 for 29 for field goals, 70 touchdowns. 29, 39, 1 for 1 with touchdowns, rushing, passing, returns, and defensive. Turnover ratio was 9. But when you look at our opponents, when they play against us, 331 total first downs, 86, 198, 47 first downs, rushing, passing by penalty, third down conversions, 60, out of 185, fourth down conversions, 12 for 29. Total offensive yards, 5,820. Offensive plays, average yards, 1,051, basically 5.5 average. Total rushing yards, 1,672. Rushing plays, average. You know how it is with the drill on that one. 396, 4.5 with rushing. And total passing yards, 4,404 total passing yards against us. Completions, attempts, interceptions, average 373, 608, 610, 16, 7.2 is an average out of that because there's completions, attempts, and interceptions in that little three-way. It really matters most when our defense is really, playing at a high level and a high energy, getting those interceptions. And we had 16 interceptions against our opponents, which is fair enough. 37 sacks that we allowed this season, the past season, and 28 out of 35 field goals, 37 touchdowns, rushing, passing, returns, defensive, 18 for 18 and 0 and 1 turnover ratio, I can't even call it with that one. But our offense was really finding rhythm. Defense was finding rhythm, but we had goose egg most of the time when we were trying to get to the quarterback and rush the quarterback and bring the pressures up front with a lot of effort and with a lot of efficiency through defense. Um, that's what really that's what really matters. Defensively, we're turning our defense into offense and our offense into defense when we play at a high level and not lose rhythm, because we want to get out there and have high rhythm and high energy and just go out there and play balls to walls, and just handle our business out there and whatnot. If you understand what I'm saying, then you understand the drill and the way, the language and the stuff that we talk about sports wise. We don't just talk off wall, we talk on wall with things that we want to say. And on wall means like we got to talk on point and be precise with our words and how we feel on the stats. You know what I'm saying? The stats speaks for itself. Numbers don't lie. Stats don't lie. None of that doesn't lie. And the results of being 15-2 last season didn't lie either. So, we're really proud of our work, but, we just didn't like being a team that came up short. So in this year, 2025, we're expecting to, keep going up and keep trending up and not trending down. We don't want to be the type of team that want to trend down. We want to be the type of team that could trend upward. And upward is going to the Super Bowl. That's the main thing, the main course meal that we want. And I know it's too early to talk Super Bowl, but it really matters to talk about it. It really matters for us, the team, and the coaches and everybody involved, because we want to be the best that we can be night by night, day by day. So that's the only thing that matters on our agenda, is becoming a championship team. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with our results. I'm happy with the stats that we went over and went through, that I went over and went through. But going into 2025, we're not looking to be like the Green Bay Packers. We're not looking to be like the Minnesota Vikings. We're not looking to be like, the Chicago Bears, because the Chicago Bears, as of late, is trying way too much to be like us. And let me just say this to Bears fans. Your team needs to find its own identity. Okay? Take it from a team that tried the Patriot way, knowing that we weren't the Patriots, okay? And how far did that get us? It didn't get us anywhere. It got us losing season after losing season after losing season with Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia was looking to be like Bill Belichick. Your head coach is trying to be like Dan Campbell. You can't be Dan Campbell. Be Ben Johnson. I mean, prime example, you're having your offensive linemen run wide receiver drills. Why are you having your offensive line running wide receiver drills? That's stupid. Your offensive line is meant to protect the quarterback. All these trick plays that you're trying to do and be all sweet and shit, it's not going to work in a real life game now that you're not with the Lions. It's going to literally look bad on your end. Because who knows if you're going to throw a pick. You're going to throw a pick, you're going to throw a pick, especially when you're playing against us. We're going to pick that off 9 times out of 10. Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Terrion Arnold, DJ Reed, DJ Reader, all these guys, they understand Ben Johnson's offense. They know what it's like to play against it at practice, and they know what to expect going against our former offensive coordinator. We're expecting it. Now, like I said before, and I'll say again, from week 2 to week 18, you better learn your lesson. Because I know like hell that you're not going to last with Ben Johnson. I know like hell you're not going to be, a better football team this year. You're not. At all. And I can care less what you Bears fans say. I could care less what you say about me. I could sit there and say, oh, well, you're a Lions fan. What the hell do you know about winning? You guys went 0-16. Oh, you guys never won a Super Bowl. Have you been to the Super Bowl? Look, it's nothing but cliche at this point for you guys to sit here and repeat every single word that you say about us Lions fans. Like, oh, we're 0-16. We're this, that, and the third. We already heard that, all right? You're looking like what we used to look like. You're looking like the same old Lions, because you're mirroring that. You're like literally mirroring what we once were, and that's not a good look. So if you're the monsters of the Midway, be the monsters of the Midway. Don't be the gritty Detroit Lions. That's not who you are. Don't be the Green Bay Packers, because you don't have anything green about yourself. You're not even the Acme Packers at all. You're not that, because you're not the Packers. You're not the Minnesota Vikings because you don't have any skull in your heart and soul, all right? You don't have that. You never will be that. Because the things that made these teams successful and made them look good down the line is that they found their own identity. Dan Campbell said grit, stuck with it, and that's our DNA. Packers, even though I mentioned them again, but I gotta say it, Vince Lombardi had his own identity, and they went through the Lombardi way. They did it the Lombardi way. They didn't do it the Midway, the Chicago way. They didn't do it that way. They didn't do it the Detroit way. They did it their way. So they did it the Lombardi way with the Green Bay way. Al Davis, just win, baby, win. That was their, identity with the Raiders. The Atlanta Falcons, they have a greater identity, and they found their identity when they were winning and building a lot of chemistry and having a lot of respect for themselves and playing better football. It's just crazy how a team tries to duplicate another team and thinking it will work. It won't work. It's not going to work well for you. It's going to end bad. Very, very bad for you. So, unfortunately, that's what you need to do. Go back to the drawing board. Find something that fits you and stop trying to be another team. That's all I can say to that, because it happens in every sport. NHL, NFL, MLB, hell, even the NBA. You don't want to duplicate the Phoenix Suns, because the way the Phoenix Suns play is not the way you play. You don't want to duplicate what the New York Knicks do, because that's not what you do. That's not who you are. You're not the New York Knicks. You're not the Chicago Bulls. You're not any of those teams. Any basketball team that tries to duplicate what the Golden State Warriors are doing is not their identity. You're not the Orlando Magic, where you got to play pace and space and have small forwards and power forwards who are 6'10", stretching the floor and shooting threes. You're not that. Have your own identity. The Detroit Pistons, they play defense. They use their defense as a way to anchor themselves and win games and help the offense succeed and score and flourish. That's what they do. Score at will is meaningful. It's very meaningful if you think about it. But yeah, man, it happens every sport, and it's just out of hand. Start creating something that matters and fits your team and fits your city, because we're blue collar over here, and that's just all facts, so make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Chicken Nugget King 313. I'm at 319 subscribers. Give me your thoughts on creating your own identity and building within from your team and your front office and your head coaching. Give me your thoughts on that. And also, give me predictions on our record for this year for the Detroit Lions. I mean, I definitely see the Detroit Lions becoming a 13-4 team and making a hell of a great playoff run and getting in the Super Bowl. Because I done seen some teams become 13-4, get to the Super Bowl. I done seen some teams become 12-5, get to the Super Bowl. 11-6, get to the Super Bowl. I seen, a wild card team fight through and through to get to the Super Bowl. So, give me your thoughts on that, and yeah, give me your thoughts on the stats as well. Give me your predictions on stats from the players and that, and then some. So, like I said, it's yours truly, Chicken Nugget King 313. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, and hit my theme music.
From the team where the team's all grind, no luck. Wings on the ice, Tigers on the up. Lions roaring, Pistons never stuck. Detroit sports talk, we just don't give up. It's the Chicken Nugget King bringing you the scene, hitting every stat like a switch so clean. From Joe Louis days to that Ford Field clean. 313 in the house, living the dream. Takes flying like a deep end zone throw. Barry ran the block, made defenders eat snow. From Comerica to LCA, it's all flow. Detroit's got a heartbeat, in case you didn't know. It's the Chicken Nugget King bringing you the scene, hitting every stat like a switch so clean. From Joe Louis days to that Ford Field clean. 313 in the house, living the dream. electric. Every night, every day. Changing the game. Got no cliches. Detroit in our veins, that'll never fade away. Red and blue pride, Motown gets loud. Pistons in the mix till the fans go wild. Lines breaking curses, yeah, we stand proud. Chicken Nugget King repping that hometown crowd.